What's happening? Happy Friday. The boys have run out of cannon fodder. We are shooting with proper heavy artillery now. Crypto czar David Sachs says the executive orders President Trump signed will give 90 million Americans access to Bitcoin and crypto. What's going on? How are we? There is a big storm being brewing, and I'm not just talking about the storm that's brewing in the southeast Queensland right now. I'm talking about in crypto in general, but mainly in America, with the access to the 401, the Roth IRAs, the 401ks, all that jazz. There's a lot of red tape, and what's the word? Starts with C. Compliances. There's a lot of compliances that need to be passed, and compliance officers, big superannuation funds, if you're in Australia, they have compliance teams just to make sure that what you're investing is ethical and economical and green and LGBTHDTV'd. Everything's fine. So for people to be able to put crypto in their super is nuts, and it's just going to increase the demand by huge amounts. Tenfold. There's some liquidation levels on some large coins. I was calling for bare minimum 119k in Bitcoin in the group, 121, 180 Sol, 390 Sui. So these are areas that are just going to be easy for the price to come up. Easy as. We posted on I'll get to that in a second. We posted in the group the other day. I wanted to know, and if you've got some ideas, and if you want to have a bit of input, please join. Please join and talk to me, because here I was saying, any altcoins that anyone was keen on a week ago when the market was pumping, I was liking Pengu, Hype, Bonk, Tau, ENA, Aave, wanting to know some areas and some coins that people forget about, because that's what happens, right? It's like you're real high on a coin, really want to buy it, maybe you buy it at the top, and then it dumps, crashes down 30%, and you don't buy it, and then you wish you did. So these are the times, the areas when there's a market pullback, it's still uptrending. There's a market pullback, everything's in the red, there's talk of doom and gloom. There's no better time to buy something that has just had a sell-off, and you can see the ones that have had exaggerated sell-offs where they're down 30, 40, 50% unnecessarily with no news or no reason. It's just been just a leveraged long wipeout, hitting all the stop losses, exaggerated. Wait for that to happen, bang, enter after it. It's just crisp. It's crisp. This Colin bloke perfectly bounced from here. Everyone got this one right, okay? Everybody, including myself, we're all right here. We longed exactly that. I shared it in the group as well. That's another thing that I was just doing my lap around town, the bragging rights, this morning. What more do you want? Look, this is ours. Look, let's see that B. That's an entry. We've cut pretty much half the trade off already, but gains, my boy. Only risk $300 US. It's not much. Just risk 300, make 1,000 minimum. No matter how well off you are, I'm sure you wouldn't mind making $1,000 US from just 2 clicks of a button. Think of all the lobster and caviar. What I really want to do is get to the charts here, so we'll power through it, and that's where we're at next is Bitcoin chart. So pretty much just beat into submission the conversations that were had about these liquidity zones, the areas. Okay, so I said, let's just spread it out here for you. So sort of, it's getting sometimes. And this is one of those times, just goddamn too easy, man. Okay, so you'll hear a lot of those famous investors, they say when it's easy, you just walk over there, you just pick up the money. And that's it. Okay, when it's tough, if you can, that's when you have trouble. Liquidity zone 1, liquidity zone 2, liquidity zone 3. Okay, you can see that it had areas here, obviously dipping into the liquidity zone. Just fuel it up. That's what it is in a bull market. You're just fueling up to go higher, and it's exact inverse if it's a bear market. Fueling up to go higher. Comes down, fuels up. Comes down, fuels up. Wasn't enough, needs more fuel. Comes in, gets that premium out of liquidity zone 3. That was it, just jet fuel. That's down here, it's just straight. This is like E10 or whatever it's called. This is 98, and this is just pure jet fuel down here. So all it needed is just a little sip of it, just a little sip of the jet fuel, and then it just does it. It just does. It puts in the higher low, puts in the high low, and now we're off. And now it's back into this range up here. Okay, so it's going to be like, you just grab the top of that range. Price expectancies 120 minimum. Probably bring it down. So what you're going to do is you go to like a medium term time frame. You just find out where all the candles start connecting, where they're all spending the most time. Boom, boom, boom. See, we can bring this down to where it's just where they all pretty much get hit the most. Okay, where's the biggest areas of significance? I'd put it right there. It's 19.5. So the chances of this price going to here, and at least, even if it goes down further, at least touching that, huge. Okay, I'd almost put a fucking 90 something percent on the fact that it's going to hit middle of the range, and then I'd put maybe 80s, 70s or 80s that it's going to go above there, and then the rest of it's most likely going to continue higher because we're in a bull market. That's the uptrend. Moving on, it's a lot to talk about, and I'm going to quickly cover them. The timing on Eric Trump's tweets are getting better. Buy the dips. He called the bottom. That's what I'm saying. Everyone called this bottom. This was the easiest. It's as easy as it gets, and the price action was as kind as it can get, too. It's as kind as it gets. Ethereum's charging. You got real-time green bars reaching these highs, so massive here, massive. This is a monumental area for Ethereum, and we're going to really see what it's made of. Could see this arrow could come back down to this area, but look at that. The pullback was so shallow. Only, what's that, 10% pullback, onwards and upwards. You get something up to about here now, I reckon, because that's how it goes. You know, we talk about this all the time. So boom, 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 boom. If it continues in this trend, then it's just going to go diagonal, and then it goes steep, and then it finishes, and then it rolls over, and then it comes and starts again. That sort of shit. Leave that there. Bang. Solana's another silent assassin. This is an easy one. I reckon you're easily getting up to 200 here. That's why we got this big Solana long on. Put that on in the trade, Blockchain Bulls members trade ideas. Solana 170%. Just saying, we're just long Solana. There you go, boom. Just longed Solana. Like, get around it. Easy as that. You just fucking hit the button. Hit the big green button. Let's check XRP, see how it's going in its range. It's range bound. Oh wow, look at that. Okay, so we drew that there. That's fucking, that's you can't get any more right than that. Alright, we know we draw them from where they're at. So, ta-da. I was underestimating the duration, but more or less. Wow, look at that. Wow. Wherever that was. Cool. Go XRP. It really needs to leave this range, and it has a really good opportunity at doing that. Leaving that range means it's above 300. So pretty much if it goes into the $4 and stays in the $4, it's Moon Mission. Moon Mission XRP, good for them. The dollar, US dollar, inversely proportional, pulling back. Actually, this one, we'll look at that dollar in a second. What I wanted to do on here was show you all these blue bars. So this is 12-hour blue bars on fucking nearly every single coin. The alerts were going skits. Look at this, boom, 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 boom. So pretty much what this means is higher low, fresh move, potentially long your longs, long everything. Yeah, that's just blue bar, new move at a higher low. It's like, bruh, like this is when you're long. Look at that. Where was that one? Where the fuck? There you go. Boba. Right on the support line. Blue bar. New move. Bullish divergence. Longing. Just long shit. This is when you just go for it and just long shit. Look at this. Popcat. whiff. Like, come on, bro. It's grabbed it. This is a new move. Blue bar means new move. Off lows. Some of these moves, you know, even if you're late to the party, 40%, can't be mad with that. This is all these. Look at all these. Rune, Tau. Like I was talking about. Yep. Long. Just long it. Long it all. Man, this is... Listen, either it's going to... You just long it and put the stop loss under here. If it turns around and engulfs the previous where it started, so the blue bar started here. So this is it. Look, free money. Watch this. Blue bar here, candle closed there. Put the stop loss there. Long, put the stop loss under here. Long now, goes up, maybe, goes down. Then it's going to go down. This is a new move, blue bar, new move, fresh move. So it's either going to go really high or really low. Okay, so if it stops out, flip, bearish, short. Or the only thing that can happen is it stops you out and then goes up and you flip bearish and you get wrecked, which is, I'd give it a 20% chance of happening. So, you know, the odds are in your favor, 80-20, roll the dice, roll the dice. I'm probably gonna do that right now. Tau, I'll have a flick through, might post it in the bulls, but you want some strong ones. And if you can find any that have had really big pullbacks, like see, let's have a flick, as in like liquidation spikes. So, you know, this market's just so manipulated, it all sort of looks the same. Whew. I'm looking for like long wicks to the downside, man. It just looks like we're looking at the same chart over and over and over, doesn't it? SM, Shiba, so AI. It's just the same bloody chart. Look at this. Except for... Yeah, see, ones like this where it's just all they know is going down. Like you might get a massive short squeeze really fast, short, sharp and fast, something like this. Or something like that. But these are the ones to sort of stay away from. Ooh, that looks a bit more toppy. So look for those ones that have got that higher low here, like this. This is Longsville, USA. Wrap it up in a second. What are we looking at? 12 mins. S&P 500. So I mean that is that's starting to, you know, there's downward pressure, but you see the similar thing like around here and here, like there is downward pressure exists. We're 3 months of more or less up only in the American stock market. So let the good times roll and let the eagle fly. US dollar inversely proportional, somewhat turned around. Good news. Here we go. Breaking gold prices officially surge above and enter record high territory. This puts gold prices blah blah blah. Let's have a look. So let's have a look at our prediction lines. We've left these here for a long time on gold. Drew them all the way back here. I was expecting this to range for a long time. Okay, so you could argue that that's just been uptrending because there's higher lows, but I'm arguing that this is a range. Expecting eventually, after potentially this downward trend line gets broken, a bit of liquidity gets got, then higher prices. It's sort of getting there. So it's getting closer to our predictions. So as the months move on, but in my mind, this is just still in a range, and I wouldn't doubt that it comes down first to maybe 786 or the 106, comes down here first and has a dig at it. All right, GG's. Thanks for coming. Thank you, Dad, for coming. And I will see you soon. See you in the Blockchain Bulls. Join the link below. Chat there. Ask me some shit. Let's talk.